Invasion angle.
Happy Sunday, everybody,
Done,
or
yay,
whatever,
dude.
Sunday, or whenever you're listening to this pod, whether it's before or after this crazy election. And I'm letting my shit be known, dude. Creed 2024. Yeah, let's get Scott Stapp in the White House, and he can take us higher. I believe in that.
Vice President Lin-Manuel Miranda.
You think there's
I
staff already in the White House?
I don't
I don't know.
I don't know.
Staph infection.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's staph infections,
that's
but
what I
no
was.
Scott
Yeah,
Stapps. But yeah, I don't know what you're saying, Jay, but Miranda Cosgrove for vice president. Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's a different person, but I
Yeah,
think they've.
completely different person because one
Uh,
is super talented and the other one is who the fuck knows, dude.
Dude, come on. iCarly was solid. I don't know what your
that's
deal
what we're talking.
is.
iCarly.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. Yeah. Miranda Cosgrove is the talented one.
she was on Kai Cenat's live stream. Okay, bro.
Yeah, and she had to fucking work under the conditions of a foot fetish freak. You know what I mean? So like,
She had to pretend to eat chicken Big Macs.
yep,
It
she
was fucked.
she's unbelievable. And then before that, she had to work with fucking pervert Drake Bell, who,
Hmm.
don't worry, he's not a pervert anymore because he was in the Nickelodeon doc. So we erase his cancel. Gotta love how this world works, am I right?
Shut up, man. You were Lyle Melendez for Halloween.
I
Exactly.
know, I know.
You're not
And I
one to
was
talk.
and I was and I was listening to fucking
He was
what
actually Eric.
I was
Oh,
Eric
sorry,
Menendez,
sorry,
but
sorry.
I what? I was a someone who's an advocate for sexual abuse. I don't see that as an issue.
Alexander Hamilton. All
I
right, so
support the Menendez brothers, baby.
Anyway, we have so much rapid
we have
fire.
Crapid Fire.
We do. There was a lot of news this week in wrestling.
John's just coming in hot.
Are we gonna open with the biggest news?
What's the biggest
Yeah,
The
news?
biggest
Baron
and
Corbin?
scariest news? No, the WWE ID movement, or whatever the fuck that is.
Ooh, yeah.
It could either go really well or really
Or
bad.
they're gonna stomp on all the indie territories.
well, I
Yeah,
mean,
John knows that. You explain it better, John.
well, I
Like
mean,
what it is.
yeah, so far it's I mean, really, it's just taking three. It's right now. It's just three different indie promotions, which are already kind of working under WWE in a way, because considering
Hmm.
Reality of Wrestling was Booker T's, and he still works for WWE, and then you have Seth Rollins, who was probably like, listen,
Black and
Cody,
Brave.
yeah, Cody's making a lot more money than me, and all this different stuff. So like, if you're gonna give me he roughly makes between 3 and 7 million estimated, where Cody probably makes about 10 million. So like, I'm sure he was just like, all right, I need the incentive of adding my wrestling school
Hmm.
into this. So like, I think that was like an incentive to probably keep him around too. And then what was the third one again? That was
It was Cody's,
it's Cody. That's right, Nightmare Factory. Yeah,
which
duh.
is interesting because the head trainer there is QT Marshall.
It is. And I'm curious how like Tony Khan feels about that, but at the same
Hmm.
time, Cody owns it, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
TK kind of has to deal with that. And you know, TK did just is finally being nice to QT Marshall and gave him his biggest match of his career to date.
Hmm.
So,
Yep, against Big AJ.
Big Boom AJ.
Yeah.
but it's suffice to say that we're not going to be seeing many Nightmare Factory guys end up in AEW as much, I would say.
Yeah, they might just get like immediately signed to WWE ID.
Yeah, if they're
But you
like
can
a
sign like
top guy.
independently. Yeah, you don't have to be a promotion.
I
Yeah.
feel like it might just be a way to poach every single indie talent that they can and just hold them into weird
Yeah.
contracts. That's
Yeah.
what
Well, I
my
mean,
fear is.
well, the thing is like Rollins and Cody, they're really more schools than indie promotions. They do shows, but they're
Yeah.
not like Nightmare Factory does like shows on Mondays down here, and there's not like a big turnout. I need to go to one. I still haven't gone to
Yeah,
one, but
we've
like
never been to one somehow.
it's
It's
it's nothing special. You know, it's nothing really too special. So it's not like I don't know if they had like indie promotions like kind of the bigger ones, I might be
mhm.
worried like GCW and shit like that. But
Yeah,
I
but
mean they are.
it's not just signing schools. Like you can be an indie wrestler and just sign independently with WWE ID. Like you don't, they're not. It's not just schools they're signing up.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
you'd be the yeah. I mean,
So it's
they
like
just
I don't know how that works. Like I don't know if they control how you're booked from promotion to promotion. I don't
yeah,
know.
like if you're able to work like for instance like Zilla Fatu's in Reality of Wrestling, like will
Hmm
he be able to work with House of Glory and shit like that, or is there
hmm
certain promotions they'll be like, no, you
Yeah,
can't, and you can't. So it depends.
it just no one knows until it happens. I guess until like it's such
Yeah,
a new concept.
yeah. I'm just not too worried about as far as like any promotions. Those three, I think it was smart
Hmm
because they're spread out. You have Texas, is that in Iowa where he's from, or
It's like I guess it's Chicago or Iowa in
the
that area.
Chicago? Oh yeah, okay, the
I don't know. I don't
Midwest, and
know.
then they have the Southeast. But I'm surprised they didn't try going for something in the Northeast too. You would think you
I
would
mean, maybe
just
they didn't have any ties there yet.
yeah, because yeah, if they grab like a decent sized promotion in the Northeast too, it might be
Hmm
start to be a little wild. Because yeah, it is scary that I think they could monopolize over the indie promotions, but at the same token, like I think AEW has in their own way done a good job always working with indie promotions as
hmm
far as like bringing in like for like squash matches or dark matches or even just like the Cope Open where where you're bringing people in
hmm
from all different companies and doing
Right.
and having dope wrestling matches
It
like
is. Yeah, it is in Davenport, Iowa. Black and Brave.
okay, yeah, I figured it was like in his like hometown ish,
Hmm
but yeah, all three of those rosters don't have anyone that really blows me away besides Zilla Fatu, honestly.
hmm
Not to say there isn't talent on like the in those schools or rosters, but he definitely stands out the most with his Superman Samoan Spike, which is cool as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, what's his face is from Black and Brave. Nathan Frazier.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a Seth
So
Rollins guy. Jason doesn't know who that is. He was Ben Carter on the two matches he had in AEW.
Okay.
Little
I
British boy,
Mm-hmm.
I think
bad
it gives
hairline.
I think it gives a good chance for those three promotions too to do like interpromotional events, which would probably
Hmm
be bring them some more viewers because out of those three, I guess Reality of Wrestling probably has the biggest shows. Not to say that their shows are giant anyway, but like
Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah.
it would be cool to have like a Cody versus Seth thing where like the wrestling schools like fucking face each other and they're there,
hmm
like a Survivor Series 5-on-5 type thing, and you have Cody and Seth. That would be pretty sweet. But yeah, I mean, at the same time, AEW does a good job with like in the past with AAA and then having CMLL like working with them this year has been great and I think it's like it's kind of cooler doing it that way at AEW just because it's like also like fresh like and I like that they just like all right and I think next year they should make like work with another bigger indie promotion as like their relationship
Yeah, maybe
and
like you're talking about like Northeast, like the school promotions are like Monster Factory and Creator Pro.
yeah and I think Creative Pro would be a perfect fit for AEW honestly as far as like if they wanted to do
A
something
lot of their
similar to
rosters from
WWE.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be like a good idea if they kind of went that route. But also Tony isn't like he's not as like as much of like a globalist as like Triple H is in WWE as far as like wanting to take kind of
Yeah.
control of so much shit. He's more like collaborative. But the
Yeah.
companies AEW does work with, like
hmm
granted, they do end up taking all their best talent from their roster,
Yeah.
like and
Yeah.
NJPW has become a shell of themselves,
hmm
because they went into it thinking like, all right, we're collaborating with AEW, so now we're getting more eyes on us. But
hmm
what does it matter if now you have more eyes on you, but then you don't have any fucking talent to show them? Not to say
hmm
they don't have any talent, but not the top echelon of talent they fucking had like, a couple of years back.
hmm Yeah. People were just like scared of for WWE like what they did with NXT UK, where they kind of like dried up the like UK indie scene. But it's
Yeah,
like
no, they
different though,
they
because it's
did.
such a small area.
It is small, and like I think it'd be hard to like dry up the whole US as far as the indie scene is
Hmm
concerned because they still don't have like the big boys, which
hmm
we've talked about on previous pod or a tier system, and we'll be doing a future pod as far as a tier system for 101 different indies across the world. Which is the
101.
biggest indie tier system ever done. So I'm expecting Guinness World Record books to hit us up and put us in the page after the woman with the biggest hoo-hoos.
Hmm.
Did you guys do that? Like, do you remember in like middle school when you have book fairs and like the kids with more money would always have the money to buy like the giant Guinness World Record book, which was
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
like 35, $40. And then like the
Hmm.
first thing you would do, you would just go to like the weird shit, the guy with the longest fingernails, the chick with the biggest boobs, and like that's all I remember from the
There's
Guinness World
some
Record
I
books.
there's some
just
that
I
they've
remember
discontinued like certain things because like people would like die while doing it, like most beers drank, and then they would bring it back and then they would get rid of it, shit like that.
the
Yeah.
girl with the biggest boobs. There's always like who could crush like she would always like crush a can with them. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
I've
I've
been to
seen.
a place where they have someone that does that. It's a well-known thing in Atlanta. Anyway,
How hard could it be?
Yeah. I
You know what I'm
mean,
hey,
saying, guys? You know what I'm
let's hang
saying,
out
guys?
sometimes. Let's hang out.
yeah.
Let's figure it out.
Where are the guys trying to crush cans with their wieners is what I want to know.
That's
There
true.
has
I
to,
don't know.
It's
where
called the
the fuck
TNA
are they,
locker
dude?
room.
Yeah. You're probably right.
I would like longest putt with your wiener, like golf putt.
That's more doable, I think.
Exactly.
You
We should be
know,
writing these books.
we should. Because men don't do enough cool things with their wiener at all.
Except there
Hardest
was
ping pong ball hit.
there was the one with that Twitter account. It was balls and stuff, where he put his balls and stuff.
Eh,
You don't remember that?
dude,
No, I don't
Or balls
remember
on
that,
stuff,
unfortunately.
balls is
balls on stuff or something.
that's pretty smart. He
Yeah, you
really
got check that out one day.
he really took advantage of a market that didn't exist, dude. And
He
what an
cornered it.
artistic
Yeah,
genius. Yeah. But yeah,
Tatanka's
and
sons are gonna start wrestling.
yeah, I saw that too. Um, and they I mean, I don't know, they're gonna start wrestling in probably, an indie promotion, I suppose. We'll see. I saw the picture of them, like they're still pretty young and like I don't know, they're buff enough, I guess, you know. I don't know if they're up to Cody's standards yet, but they're getting there. And also, just to go back for a second, like I think AEW,
hey,
in
Jason.
their own way, they do have like I feel like Dustin Rhodes' school, wrestling school and promotion is kind of under AEW currently. I would say without like actually being like contractually connected to them,
Yeah,
but
but
you
I
guys are
don't know.
perverts.
I'm sorry.
You guys don't have
Um,
to be sorry,
I'm not
dude.
doing anything, dude.
what happened? What
You,
else happened in Rapid Fire?
I have another one if you are down, John.
yeah, go for it.
Tony Storm's gonna be in a movie.
And Camille's in that too.
It's a Mildred Burke, female wrestler of the past. It's a biopic. It's called Queen of the Ring. Yeah, and Camille as well.
They're not
Exciting
playing
stuff.
Burke though. They're just in it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, I wonder
she's
if
been
they'll be.
training enough for that gimmick too.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll be MJF and just be in it for like half a second and just
No, well, apparently Happy Gilmore, he's in it a
yeah,
long time.
because Adam Sandler understands his talent, so leave it to a hero
I
to.
think I think Kyle Newacheck did.
Yeah, he is a wrestling fan,
Via
so
Blake,
yeah. Kyle's
because
more
Blake
of
was
like an
hanging out backstage at AEW,
yeah. Blake's more of like a
like when
current
they were in
wrestling fan.
Hollywood.
Yeah, where Kyle like was a wrestling fan, like kind of growing up and just kind of has like a respect for it still,
He just
you
plays
know.
pickleball.
Dude, Chris
Yeah,
Jericho asked Jushin Thunder Liger to do one more match on the Jericho cruise, which we are invited to this year again.
and he told
And
Jericho to fuck off,
he
dude.
turned it down, yeah.
Yeah.
He's scared of the water.
Yeah, well, he said he didn't want
Well, he's gonna
to.
be there, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think just, I think he probably would want more money. And he's probably fine with how he ended his career too. He's the one that ended
Yeah,
on a cruise ship, not on live TV.
they should do live TV there again. It was cool.
Dude, I we were talking about that last episode, and I still don't understand it. Like, we were talking about, yeah, it's like a little more difficult for wrestlers while like the boat's moving and all that
Hmm
shit. But like, dude, it was so fucking good. The Dynamite live on the Jericho
hmm
cruise, like
What
just do
title?
it again, dude.
What
There's no
title
one.
changed on that show? Some trivia.
Um, was it TNT title? No,
Nope,
hold
didn't
on a
exist yet.
second.
Didn't
It's
exist.
right. It was early as fuck. It wasn't the heavyweight
Tag,
title. Was it tag
tag.
titles with Young
Yes.
Bucks? The whole
Nope.
pool party
Nope.
thing?
It was the tag, but it was not the Young Bucks.
It was
Come on, guys. It was
Hangman and Kenny Omega.
who'd they beat? Who'd they beat?
Uh,
Come on, man.
SCU.
It was. Yes, yes,
There you
yes.
go.
Yes, yes, yes. Who turned heel on that show?
Yes, y'all. It
Who turned heel?
was
Who turned heel? Not that
Cody?
match. It was a promo.
Um,
And they've been heel ever since.
MJF?
Nope, nope,
No,
nope, nope.
who the fuck?
They
I'm trying to
started
think.
started face, turned heel on that ship on a promo with Tony Schiavone.
Hmm. They've been heel ever since. It's hard. There's a lot of heels to choose from AEW.
Pac.
It was a woman.
A woman heel who's been
Penelope.
heel ever since.
Hmm
Britt
It
Baker.
was Dr. Britt Baker.
Oh,
God damn
DMD.
it.
Well, I don't really
Hmm
consider her a heel right now, though.
I guess not. Yeah, I don't. She's kind of like popping it out.
She's like treated like a heel by like the company behind scenes, but like they treat her like she's a fucking villain. But yeah, I
Well,
yeah, I don't know why they don't go live again on the Jericho cruise. It's fucking.
we'll write a letter.
I'm gonna write a bunch of letters. I'm gonna put Tony Khan on the news for this.
He
Gonna
probably
put
just
him.
he probably wanted too much money for paid attendance.
Yeah, but I
He
mean,
wanted a
dude, it
check.
should. Dude, there's no limit to the Jericho fucking tax, though, dude. If you want
Hmm
Jericho, you got to do everything he wants, and we're fine with it.
Yeah, you guys,
And
you were in the boiler room in the prison. You guys did what you could
we
taking on that
tried.
cruise.
Yeah, we did everything we could. When we were able to, give up some of our dignity for
Survivor's
Hmm
Jericho.
Guilt is not easy, man. And with that,
Yeah.
take us into Crown Jewel, John.
No,
Well,
that's a good point too,
we
actually.
we do have some more rapid fire.
Yeah, Survivor's Guilt. How about Dolph Ziggler, bro? He survived Goldberg, who's having a retirement match.
Yep, Goldberg. That's funny you said. It's literally, yeah, where I was going. He will
Oh,
have a
Yeah.
also
retirement match in 2025.
that reminds me we're doing another ad read of our classic ad.
After 40
Goldberg
episodes.
Goldberg's Gold Turds.
Oh, I forgot
It,
about that.
Let me read it for you real quick. We're ecstatic to never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Never mind.
Move on.
um, Kenny
Goldberg.
Omega, yeah. So Goldberg, I'm guessing. I mean, it would be cool if he just. I feel like his retirement match probably be against Walter. It's what they've teased so far,
I thought you were
Yeah.
aka
gonna say it's
Gunther.
against Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Walter. I haven't said that in like 3 or 4 years, but yeah,
Gunther.
Gunta.
it's against Gunta. And I think he'll probably face Gunta. He's not going to face him at WrestleMania. He'll face him at like Royal Rumble, and
Yeah.
yeah, get exposed for the phony he is by the greatest wrestler in the world, Gunta.
Oh, they make Goldberg.
Um, well, he won't be anymore after Gunta wins.
Is Goldberg the most winning wrestler in the world?
I think Goldberg's gonna go against Braun Breaker,
Him and Asuka are up there.
I think that John Cena is gonna go against Gunta.
Well, they can do it
At
at different
Mania.
times.
Yeah, it'd be cool if. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he should have like two matches. Like, I hate just like one final match. Like, I like seeing like a little program to end someone's
Yeah.
career rather than just like one fucking match. Like,
And his
but
dumbass son can be in it too.
yeah,
What's his
Gage
name again?
Goldberg.
Gage,
Yeah.
Gage
Durr!
Goldberg. What a name.
He's on Deion Sanders' team.
Oh, I forgot he's doing that.
Yeah, he's so I mean that's just it's a good precursor to get into wrestling is to be a pro athlete. So
Hmm.
Um, he just won't be good on the mic, and that comes natural in his genetics. So, Rhea Ripley is out for a while because she fractured her right orbital socket. Ouchies, and that kind of sucks for WWE and Rhea fans because this is the second time this year she's out due to injury,
Hmm.
which is tough after.
Maybe they can get Lin-Manuel Miranda to dress up like Rhea, and then they can
Or Miranda
continue whatever
Cosgrove could,
storyline.
Ooh, Miranda Cosgrove, you're right.
right? She's more of like a Rhea Ripley to me.
I recently saw a movie with her that was pretty good. North Hollywood, is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
yes, yes.
It was
Uh,
pretty good.
Is Blake in that?
um,
Oh, he is. Yeah, he's a security guard, Blake Anderson.
yeah, and then other news, our one of our pod favorites, Eric Bischoff, is taking MLW over for one night as the head booker and the man in charge.
That's
Which like
scary.
with this, it's like obviously like it's like kayfabe, but like I feel with him, he like really does want to be in charge of some stuff. Like it's kind of like odd,
Hmm.
like he's in charge of like even the format, how it looks is like apparently like how they described it and like the booking, and it's just like yeah, he's definitely going to be an on-air talent and come out and say creepy things and then like make like some wild match that's already been considered. But
Hmm.
yeah, hopefully JBL comes out and gives him the clothesline to fucking hell.
You see,
And
JBL was giving out Halloween candy and random clotheslines, he said.
what a fucking hero,
He's a
dude.
psycho.
You know, it'd be cool
He
going
needs to
to,
be stopped.
yeah, I would love to, would as a kid, went trick-or-treating with the JBL's house. And if he gave me the option, I would say clothesline the hell, dude.
Was he just at the Juggalo Championship Wrestling
He's been
place?
everywhere. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he was.
You basically, you can't stop him, dude. He is everywhere and he's
Yeah,
everything,
he showed
dude.
up and he beat up what's his name?
Spit it out.
Dolph Ziggler.
Oh,
He beat
all
him
right.
up? I thought, wait, he beat Ziggler up?
I mean,
I
that's
That
thought
was
the
at
last,
TNA.
yeah, he didn't beat Ziggler up though. He was like whispering in Ziggler's ear. Ziggler seems like one of the peeps you would
okay,
want.
okay, wait, hold on. I'm watching right
He
now.
fucked Joe Hendry up and
That's at TNA.
I'm talking
yeah,
about JCW, Juggalo
I know.
Championship Wrestling.
but yeah,
You got the Southern, whatever they're called, Thrillbilly, Kerry Morton. You know what I
The
mean?
Southern Six or whatever they call themselves.
Yeah, I can't remember. But it's looking like they're aligned with JBL, and I guess maybe he turns on them. I don't know.
Well,
Hold on, guys. I'm doing a play-by-play right here.
you're the worst.
Yeah, he beat them
Yeah.
up.
And other huge news too. Hulk Hogan said on the Patrick Bet David podcast that he turned down offers to hook up with Cher and Madonna.
Yeah, something tells me that's not true.
I don't know, and everything Hulk says has to be true. So
Did Hulk say it or did Terry Bollea say it?
I don't know. I really
I
don't.
don't
It was
know.
one of them, but like they both have never lied. So
Hmm.
there's never any revisionist history with Hulk. You know,
No.
we've never heard of that. But yeah,
WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
This man really wants to talk about Crown Jewel right now.
Dude, come on.
You didn't
did
even
you?
watch it.
Yeah, no, I didn't, but
Yeah. So Crown Jewel it was pretty good actually. You know, the overall match like going into it like I didn't think the Nia and Liv match would be that good, but it went above my expectations, which I thought as far as matches go, because I figured Kevin and Randy would be solid. Cody and Gunther obviously fucking good match. Um, and the Bloodline versus New Bloodline shit. I figured kind of be what it was, but
Did
yeah, that
Jade
was like
have
a
a
nice
match?
what?
Did Jade have a match too? Didn't she? Her and Bianca?
Yeah, yeah, and that was like all right. I mean, it's always a clusterfuck when you have a fatal four-way tag team match and shit.
Hmm.
So like a lot of stuff going on, but it was cool, and their outfits were fucking awesome. And it was honestly a fun that went above my expectations too, honestly, because there was just a lot of cool spots in that match, and combo tag moves that we don't see in the WWE enough, but
Okay.
we're starting to see it more. Um, yeah, there was like this like Lash Legend was cool as fuck in that match. They had like did this like tag like combo power bomb that was pretty fucking cool. Um, Chelsea Green's always awesome, so she always brings a fucking great aura and vibe to the match for sure. And yeah, you know, it was. I thought Crown Jewel was for sure. It was solid,
Did Triple
and
H leave without everyone and just bring one of the top talent in his private jet?
no,
Like
he just
Vince did the one year with Brock.
yeah he flew them into like the war zone of the Gaza Strip and said, "Oh, you have a connection flight there. Sorry,
That's what
sorry,
he
you
did
have
with
a
Baron. That's what he did with Baron Corbin,
yeah
Indy,
yeah
and
yeah
Tegan
exactly yeah."
Knox.
He's like, "Yeah,
It's
you guys
nice
got like
knowing you.
you got a connection flight. Sorry, they'll be connecting in Gaza. It's okay. You'll be fine. You should be
Sad
you
stuff.
should be
Yeah,
Sad stuff.
not to cut in the crown jewel, but we did gloss over that Baron Corbin's contract is running up and he's not going to re-sign, and Indy Hartwell and Tegan Knox got released.
yeah." And honestly, I mean, like Indy's like a fan favorite, but she just like on the main roster just didn't really find her spot or her way or like
Mhm.
stand out. And the same with like Tegan Knox,
Tegan
And
Knox
I think
was just perpetually injured.
yeah, that was her big issue. And Indy, like she just didn't stand out in the same way in NXT that she did on the main roster.
Mhm.
And you can call it booking, you can call it whatever, but that's just kind of how it happened,
Yeah, I like
So
Indy
it's
Hartwell.
like, yeah, so do I. I do. It just didn't pan out, and I don't
Yeah, it
know.
just happens.
I think for sure, out of the three, Indy would be the best signing for AEW.
Mhm.
If you're gonna pick any three of them,
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
Tegan Knox for
You
sure
don't
seems like a
love Baron
TNA
Corbin?
signing.
well, it's cool too because
I do. I just don't know
even
about his fit with AEW.
even if say like with Indy and Tegan, even if we do one-offs, they have like they don't have to sign to AEW if they do like a one-off thing. They have AEW's going to Australia in February,
Yeah.
so they could have him either if they want to sign them, debut him there, or even just do a
Mm.
one-off thing. And not to cut the wrestling talk, but I need to tell you to tell your friend Jeff Gallo of Cobb Bulldogs fame
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Amari Cooper has been listed as inactive just now, so he needs to make a switch.
Fantasy
Oh my
football talk.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
I know Jeff Cobb needs to get his shit together. He doesn't have many
Yeah.
options
Jeff
on the
Cobb.
switch in, but
You call him Jeff Cobb?
oh, Jeff Gallo, sorry.
Dude, I know. I always want to call him Jeff Cobb too, you know.
Yes,
Wow.
But
just to let you guys know.
yeah, I'll text him, but he
Oh,
usually sets his shit up.
okay, I didn't want him to fuck up.
Yeah. I'm gonna win the
Yeah,
whole fantasy league. I hope you guys know.
Alexander Hamilton.
That's what I'm gonna sing at
yeah.
the end. I'm
I
But
gonna be
don't
yeah,
dressed
know.
as Dom Mysterio.
but those belts that they won at Saudi Arabia were fucking huge. Did you see them?
Yeah, when Liv and Cody were
Jason, you
holding
didn't see
them,
him,
it was
Jason?
fucking insane, dude.
Go on Twitter
They're
right now and look it up. Look how big the belt
yeah.
is.
You can go on my Invasion Angle page
Oh,
and just
that too,
look on
yeah.
the fucking yeah, look on the story, dude. They are fucking gigantic, and it's
It's
funny
like
because
her
they just
belt
hold
is
the
as
belts for like a
yeah.
couple minutes.
The belt is probably as big as like Liv Morgan's torso. Basically, it's
Yeah,
fucking
y-
ginormous.
yeah, and
Yeah, that's
like,
insane.
but they
Kind of hilarious.
yeah, it was funny to see, and like, but at the same time, it's like I guess it's like doesn't like because it's they hand them over right away, and like they
Hmm.
go in the museum, the
What
WWE like
they were
museum
getting?
setup they have in Saudi Arabia.
They're getting rings or some shit. I heard like Super Bowl Saudi
They did,
Arabia
yeah.
rings.
Well, they
Okay.
did. So like once they handed like the belts over to Triple H and he put them on like set them up for the display that's going to be put in like the WWE Central fucking place
Hmm.
in Saudi Arabia. He did like the ring ceremony, gave him the rings, and like it was funny. Cody was putting his ring on and like it wouldn't fit over his knuckle, and like he's just standing there smiling like Cody. And he's just like trying to put it down, and he just
Mhm.
like fucking ripped it down. I'm just like, dude,
Ugh.
oh. Yeah, and he's just like he was like, oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, it fits perfectly. And he like fucking Dude, it was gross. Like I was
You'd
just
think
like, they're
that
gonna have to use some butter to get that shit off.
yeah. I know this pod goes in 80 directions, but I see your background, John, of CM Punk.
Yeah,
And I did see the Stavro Halkis written and starred in movie Let's Start a Cult with CM Punk in it. And guess
yeah,
what? Guess what, guys? CM Punk was really good in it. I hate to say it.
Wow.
hell yes,
He had a
dude.
southern accent in it. He was pretty good.
So he's getting better at acting. I
He
love
was in
that for
a
him, dude.
two-ish scenes,
At
and
least he's good at
he was
something.
good in them.
How dare you, dude?
And Jason's buddy was really good in it too.
Oh,
Where the
Eric
fuck that guy?
Raheel.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
he's
actually
very
he was
funny.
really funny.
Yeah, me and
Yeah,
John met
I gotta
him. We
check it
saw him
out.
do some stand up.
I don't know when it's coming to digital, but check
It
it out
should
when it
it
does.
should be on Watch Wrestling, but
It should be.
it should be on watchwrestling.eu for the people that use illegal streaming, which how dare you? Okay, it is important to watch these shows on
Yeah.
TV or pay for the pay-per-views or have the streaming service that shows them. You
Yeah,
know, we need to stop it.
Letterbox lied and said that it gets released on Amazon Prime November 1st, but that's simply not true.
Yeah.
So those
How
lied
dare
fucks.
how dare you, Letterbox? Letterbox lies about a lot of things,
They do. I try to
certain
correct it, but
certain movies that are perfect and they have like a 2.9 rating, and you're just like, what?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not
it's
yet
fucking
available
bullshit.
for streaming, so
Yeah, they lied.
Yeah. We
you
need
can
to
go
come
to
The
out with our
theaters. You
own.
can see it in theaters though if you're
Well,
down.
apparently they made like a letterbox for wrestling that's like in beta, but like I don't get the point. I don't know.
So like
I
everyone just
don't.
rates the matches and pay-per-views together
I
and stuff,
or
or just
maybe just the
pay-per-views,
show. I think there's
shows and
I think it's
pay-per-views.
TV and shows, not match by match. But like I don't know what like it obviously it's a new app, so I doubt their database is that big. It's probably just like the few main companies. I haven't
Yeah.
downloaded it. I just like saw a tweet about it.
That would be
But
so
like I don't
funny to
know.
just make every single show that we've ever seen in every indie.
Like I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't want to log every Wednesday. Like I know I'm watching every. I don't know.
Yeah.
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 Movies is different, but
Maybe it would make sense to do it for like the ones that you see live, you know?
yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I should have an Excel spreadsheet of that though. I don't rate it. I just write down what show I went to and the card.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
when I die, everyone can look.
At
Yep.
least you'll know.
They go, "Wow, he was
Wow, he
at
was a
Steel Sack SmackDown."
yeah, wow, he was a sick man.
Yeah, of course, dude.
Yeah.
They're gonna find my hard drive, and it's just terabytes of wrestling events,
Yeah. I think they would
and that's
probably
it.
they'd probably arrest us if they looked at our letterboxes too.
Oh, dude, they don't want to see my letterbox. It's disgusting.
Yeah, they don't want
Do
to
you know?
know
Do you
about
want to know
your
how?
VHS collection.
Do you want to know how many movies I have logged this year?
How
How
many?
many?
I think it's at 308.
That's crazy. I
Yeah, we're
only have
definitely putting you on the
135.
news. We're
Well,
definitely putting you on the
it's
news.
because I watch at least one movie a night usually,
We'll
and
see.
sometimes two.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it seems like you're on pace for to do a full 365,
I hope so.
if
That's the
more.
goal.
Yeah,
My best year was
Um,
2021. I hit 380 movies,
yeah, and that's
but
not counting movies
some
you
of them are short
rewatch
films.
too.
No, it does. I put the rewatch ones in. They have a feature where you click. You've seen it
Oh,
before.
you okay?
John, you've
So like,
seen
so
68
Max
this year.
Keebler comes up.
Yeah, of course.
I have to.
Every.
I've seen more than 68 this year. I have some catching up to do with some of the films I've
That's
watched.
just
And
the amount that
you're
you
no,
since you
yeah,
joined.
yeah, your
Since you
list.
reviewed.
Yeah, I joined in like March, I want to say, where I started putting things in. But like, I also will forget to post things, but both of your lists always help me as far as like, oh yeah, I did see that. Like, let me add that on.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw Nora on Friday.
Oh,
The
the
Sean
new
Baker movie.
yeah, I like him.
That
how
was
was
really
it?
good. It was really
Great
good. Yeah.
director.
Who's in that? Just kind of newer peeps.
Mickey Madison, and then bunch of. It's about a Russian guy, and she's like a stripper who she becomes
Yeah.
like his boyfriend slash wife. So a
Have you
lot of
ever
the
seen
cast is like Russian people, except Mickey Madison, who's like of Scream fame,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
or Mikey Madison. Sorry, I don't know why I
Did you
keep
ever
saying
see
Mickey.
Red Rocket?
I did.
It's
I
pretty
like Red
fun.
Rocket.
Pretty
Fantastic
fun.
movie.
I like it better than the Florida Project.
Simon Rex was just in an episode. Oh, I knocked my glasses down, guys.
You didn't like the Florida Project, or you
No,
just
I
didn't?
did.
he
I
was
just like Red Rocket better.
I agree, and I like
Simon
both of them,
Rex
and like
was
they,
in a series on HBO Max called It's Florida, Man. And he plays a guy that got his arm bit off by an alligator.
yeah.
Sorry,
You kind
I've
of
been
look like an
watching,
alligator.
I've been watching a lot of TV lately for sure. I just finished season one of Grotesquerie, which you were talking about Puff a little bit, talking
Hmm.
about TV, and
I finished it and I fucking hated it, John.
why, dude? It's not a one-off season,
I
okay? It's setting up season two. It's setting up season two, dude,
See, I'm not a TV guy, so that's
and
why
it's
I
it's
always got so many movies.
and and like it's a thrill ride, dude. You don't know. They make you as confused and unsure of what reality you're in as the main character, the protagonist.
I
yeah.
watched you ever see the movie Fatherhood with Patrick Swayze? He plays a fucking sicko deadbeat dad.
No,
No,
but I need
let's hear
to.
it.
It was on Amazon Prime. It was nuts. It's like a kind of like a road movie
I like
where
when
he's like
Patrick
outrunning the
Swayze is a
cops.
heel. I like when he's a heel, like in Donnie
Yeah,
Darko.
he's a heel in it. He's like an anti-hero.
Yeah. But I've been watching two other shows that I would say are phenomenal. Well, at least one is phenomenal, I would say. The other one is really good in like in a different way. But Penguin is fire.
Yeah,
And you know,
keep hearing people say that it's really
and
good.
like people were saying that I didn't watch it out from the start. I'm a huge Batman fan and I didn't watch
Mhm.
it from the start, but like I finally like got around to it a couple weeks ago and now I'm like watching it every Sunday and it's just fire. Because it's not
Dude,
like
every
it's really just
Sunday.
mob shit, dude. It's real
Mhm.
just and like yeah, it's Colin Farrell what he does with that character is astonishing. And
I
then
eat you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
yeah, and
Speaking
then
of Batman, DC is still collabing with AEW, and recently AEW Fright Night happened, guys.
I wish they took a break from that during Fright Night.
Yeah.
It kind of
what?
like it. They had like the banners around the ring, like the DC banners. I wish
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like took a break that week from it because it like kind of took away from the Fright Night element.
Superhero shit is
The orange
like
ropes were cool though.
is
Yeah,
wrapped
I like
into
that.
it nowadays, you know
I
what I mean? You
guess,
go
but
into
Yeah.
Spirit Halloween, you see all the superhero shit.
Yeah,
But
well,
yeah, I feel you.
did you see Tom Hardy? Was it Triple A or CMLL? He showed up
just
at
one.
like
It was
a
one of them.
I
Yeah,
yeah, where
believe
he
it was
showed up and
CM
one of
it
the
was
wrestlers
CMLL. Yeah.
it
CMLL.
was for like Venom.
It was a
Yeah,
match, yeah. It was Volador. I don't know how to say his name correctly, but Volador Jr. and Hechicero. And
yeah,
Volador was dressed as like Venom.
Yeah, that shit's pretty cool.
Yeah.
yeah,
But it was like an
Ye-
empty arena, weirdly.
Was
yeah.
it an AEW show or a Trump rally?
Come on, man.
Dude, was it? Well, I mean, it just adds to what we were kind of saying on the tier list, where we had some people out there that were like, you know, Triple A or CML should be even higher, and it's just like they sell out shows in Mexico all the time, and it's just
Well,
like, yeah, but
I'm just
where's
saying in
their
general, it
worldwide national
wasn't
like?
it wasn't that this event with Tom Hardy didn't sell out. It's just that the arena was empty and they were filming that thing just
Oh,
you
for
know
the
what I
promotion,
Maybe
I
mean?
guess.
maybe he said let's do it before the poors are all out here,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and
what
then
it
he
kind of seemed like with Tom Hardy. He was like
Well, that's the
scared to
thing with
be
like
around normal people.
I don't want to
yeah.
keep jerking off AEW, but like no one would really give a fuck about AAA or CMLL without them.
Agreed. Same with NJPW. Like you'd have the Smart Mark fans that liked
At least
NJPW,
NJPW was
but
very big before AEW, but
it
yeah.
was they brought him to like they brought him like national visibility in the US though,
I mean,
which
you
is like
have
the
to
main
credit
wrestling market,
you
you
have to
know?
credit NJPW for like helping the creation of AEW basically.
Yeah, no, they
Because
were a
without the
huge part of
Bullet
it.
Club, there is no AEW.
Yeah, and I think like Forbidden Door like changed so much in the wrestling industry,
Hmm.
you know, at least the first one. And
And they're having what's that shit called? Wrestle Dynasty or some shit beginning of the year.
oh yeah, like their new event or whatever.
Yeah, it's like AW and NJPW and a bunch of other companies.
Isn't CMLL in it too?
Think so.
And then there's someone else
There's someone
too,
else,
like
yeah.
a
Might be,
company
I guess,
that
Stardom maybe.
it is Stardom. Yep, that's it.
And
Which should be fucking cool.
Kenny Omega might be back for that, I heard. So
They
I
said
hope
he might even be back before then, apparently.
he's making appearances apparently at some random show. Speaking of
Yeah,
someone who made an appearance after a long time away, did we talk about this already? Ricky
Bobby
Starks
Lashley.
made an appearance somewhere
Ricky did?
at an independent a week ago or so or two.
No, I didn't know that.
Let me go on the
I didn't see that in the
Twitterverse.
zeitgeist. He's getting trying to get ring ready for joining Cody in WWE.
Yeah, let me go on the Twitterverse and I'll give you the actual details of what the fuck that was.
Ricky.
But
We need Ricky Starks. Like it like sucks when things go like sour with
hey,
wrestlers
wait,
and their companies.
big news, guys! If you guys want to work for MLW, they're hiring a video package editor,
Oh wow.
and you must be able to meet tight deadlines, professional and detail oriented, available when needed, and the biggest one, you gotta love pro wrestling.
I can't relate to any
And
of those, man.
yeah, and you can't use any of the images to screenshot or zoom in to start gooning.
True.
True.
I think that's in the provisions.
That's in the fucking fine print.
Let's
I
learn from
wish
GC
I
Dub
could.
mistakes.
He would okay. Ricky Starks 6 days ago at Glory Pro Wrestling, and Jason was at Glory Hole Wrestling, but that's not the same company. Where's Glory Pro Wrestling?
Yeah.
In
I
St.
don't know.
Louis, Missouri.
I don't know about that. I think that might have been one of your brothers.
Oh, and Ricky's going to be on the November 24th show, Glory Pro
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
WrestlePocalypse with Danhausen and Effie and Alley Catch and Dan the Dad and Laney
Yeah.
Luck, some other people. Well, I think that's Warhorse, but I forget what
Yeah.
Warhorse's new gimmick's
Yeah.
name is.
Dude, Warhorse is so underutilized, and I feel like his visibility has gone down within the whole wrestling landscape and indie scene like over the past year or two, and it's making me
Well,
upset.
he changed his gimmick, which I like his new gimmick, but that kind of didn't help, I guess, because now I can't even find him.
Yeah.
What the fuck is his new name?
I
I
think
don't
he should.
know. We
Yeah.
love you,
Well,
Warhorse.
we love you, and you're a hero, and we miss you. And but yeah, dude, I really don't understand how like NWA gets the CW deal and GCW like can't find some type of dope deal. Like
I
as
don't know
far
if
as
they
like, dude,
want to though.
that's it. I mean, it seems like Lauderdale, like he doesn't want to like really give up too much control of the company, as far
Yeah.
like money doesn't really matter to him in that sense, which is pretty cool, honestly, like to having that viewpoint, not selling out because there was past reports that WWE like tried to like kind of buy a portion or bring him in as some type of I mean
Yeah.
he's collaborated with them, which is cool. So the door's open with WWE, but like I don't know, I would love to see GCW on Sci-Fi on
What's going on with Nick
every
Gage?
Tuesday.
He just wanted to move
Yeah,
on from the company, apparently.
Fair enough.
and he said he's still good friends with with Lauderdale
Or
and stuff, but like I feel like there's like I mean, he hasn't been like working with them as much in the past year or two anyway. He's made appearances. Even like the bunch of the GCW shows I went to, he doesn't wrestle. He just comes out and his music plays and he just says like, "Oh yeah, where's my fucking gang at, dog?" And
was
then
he
he
having like
leaves.
problems or some shit with substance
Health?
abuse, or was he injured?
Hmm.
It
I
could be
don't
a
know.
combo. You never know. And like Lauderdale's not going to call him out for like the relapse again and shit too. But yeah, I don't know. I love Nick
Yeah.
Gage's support of Little Pete though, so that's appreciated.
Yeah. He's still tight with Nick Wayne.
Well, where do you think he's going to work now, though? Because he has a very
He
specific
did
set
announce
of
some.
skills.
He announced somewhere, and I have to go back to the Twitter to find it.
Because, like, I don't know, like, where else does he go? Like, I mean,
I
he
don't
could
know.
be, like, I think in best case scenario, he could be like, because, like, you look at wrestling rosters, you always have, like, we're talking about this Ben Bishop. You like, they want, like, the big guy, they want this, they want that. And, like, I feel like a pivotal thing for a lot of rosters wrestling is having a hardcore guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Your
WWE Mick Foley was that
Sandmans.
guy. Your
Yeah.
Sandmans, and like implementing them in like in AEW. I guess like the hardcore. I always looked at like Eddie Kingston maybe as one of the more hardcore guys, even though he does a little
Mhm.
bit of everything. But like, who would you say the hardcore guy in AEW is right now? Like, if
Moxley.
you
I mean, you would
Moxley,
say,
right?
I guess
It
like,
feels like
I mean,
Moxley, but
in recent months and I guess year, it's Swerve
Hangman.
and Hangman.
Yeah, and Swerve.
yeah, yeah. That's
But
but that's the cool thing with AEW is like
they do
kind of
so
like
many.
yeah.
Anyone can do it. Yeah.
Well, because I mean that's why I love AEW is because like they're
I mean,
very reminiscent of the best parts of the Attitude Era. You know,
think
like
about.
when Mick, yeah,
Oh, sorry, but like think about last night. Like on Collision, they had Thunder Rosa and Harley Cameron in the Dio de los Muertos death match, or maybe not death match, but match with a bunch of
Yeah.
hardcore elements and shit. And her fucking gimmick and face paint was, or I guess it was body paint was sick as fuck last night.
yeah. I
Yeah.
Thunder
loved
Rosa.
her. I loved her running up the table that was like slanted
Hmm.
into the corner into the garbage can. Like that was cool. And I was just like, before it happened, I was like, I really hope that table doesn't break in half while she runs up it. But I guess it probably wasn't a gimmick table, so that they made sure that worked.
Yeah.
But
Guys, let me
so many
rip
things
through
can always
some
go wrong with
dynamite.
tables.
Let me rip through some dynamite, okay? Give it a boom or a doom, okay?
Yeah, you,
Boom.
So
Oh, all
yeah,
right.
we'll do.
What? 1 second. 1 second. I
it's
found
the
Nick
Nick Gage.
Gage returned to wrestling last night, working for Battleground Championship Wrestling, whatever the fuck that is.
Is that on our indie list of 101 tier
I
list?
have no idea.
I can recall, but that sounds like it possibly could be. Um,
I can't even find their Twitter. So
but it would be cool. Like, I
Our
mean, dude, I think
Facebook.
like it would make sense that he goes into MLW and does like because MLW, to their credit, does a lot of really cool hardcore matches, and like he's a guy that would fit in perfectly because it's like such a cool stomping ground of just so many different
Guess they
companies
run
right
out of
now.
Philly.
MLW, yeah, they run out of Philly too. Well, I mean, like their
Mhm.
main
I'm
bases.
saying Battleground.
Oh, Battleground does. So I mean,
Hmm.
MLW does a lot of their main shows in Philly too.
I'd run out of Philly too. That place is
Yeah,
Yes.
scary.
yeah, I agree.
I like it. I was there for the weekend before Halloween. It was fun.
Yeah, what you do, man?
Yeah, the fuck did you
Went to
do?
some bars. Had a good
Wow,
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Go hang out in Kensington and tell me how much you love Philly, all
fucking
right? And
good
then put
kid.
a girl on, and then put a girl on.
Fuck you, Jason.
Well, I love New Jersey, but I'm not gonna go to fucking Patterson,
Well, you're
every
missing out,
I've been
dude,
to
weekend.
Patterson.
because yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
same, but you know what I
in the
mean?
bad parts,
yeah, and
which is hard to do because it's all good parts to me, baby.
yep.
Why
I
I went
rep
to
Patterson.
you
I
went
went
to
to a
like
wedding in Patterson, dude.
you went to the Wendy's there and it wasn't good, and that was the bad
No,
part.
it was when we were filming a documentary with Colin, and
What was the doc on?
he did for his senior project, he did a doc about um fuck, what
People,
was it called? It was about people, but it was like just about like what do you he
Craigslist.
basically put a Craigslist ad about like about some just like wanted like three different people from three different forms of life. And he just like
Okay.
chose the best people. And one was like almost 7 year old like comedy singer, this
Yeah,
odd
he
man.
disturbed me.
And then
Did you,
one
is
was
this who you played in his documentary?
yeah. And then one was the one in Patterson, she was a exotic dancer and tattoo artist. She had a fucking dope ass name. Her name was if you're watching, her name was Heisenberg Cleopatra. Pretty fucking dope.
Okay, that is pretty fire.
And then the other one was I think she was a Hasidic woman from Brooklyn who used to be in the I might be butchering this. I don't know. I'm positive. She might have used to be in the Israeli army, and now she's a boxer with a family, like
That's
of her
badass,
own. Which
dude.
that's the only one. And like I worked on that thing. I only met the first two. I didn't meet her, which I wish I did because her segment looked fucking cool. But yeah, that was a doc,
Yeah,
and then we were in Patterson, and it was cool, man. So
yeah. Did you go to
we
the
were
waterfall?
no, we were walking back from the liquor store, and Colin was like filming her on the camera, and some guy in the truck leaned out and said, "You ain't making it, bitch." It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Did you guys get Europe out a bunch, or do you like stay close
Yes,
to?
yes.
Yeah,
We were
because if you,
going past some stoop kids, stoop kid afraid to leave the stoop. Just some guys
yeah,
hanging out, and they're like, "You better not point that camera at me," and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah. You
And
can't do that on the block.
guess what we did?
You point the camera at
We
them.
didn't point the camera at him. No, no, we kept it moving.
Yeah, if you're a white
Keep
boy rolling
on
through
stepping.
Patterson, if your car of white boys rolling through Patterson, you'll definitely get Europe at because most white
Mhm.
boys rolling through Patterson are for sure looking for
Or
drugs.
or doped out. Yeah, I was gonna say.
And
Yeah.
what's also in Patterson, you cops can pull you over in the city for being a car full of white boys based on, and like you can get a
Yeah.
ticket for being in a known
They're like,
drug selling
get out
area.
of here.
Yeah. But I mean, Patterson's definitely trying their best to make downtown a little more accessible to like a little less crime ridden.
Yeah, my
But
my fiance's family is like a town away from Patterson, so
What's the
yeah,
address?
it
what?
used to be heavily
Address?
Italian, P-Town.
The
I mean,
address
all of North
is
Jersey was like Newark.
Yeah.
First Ward.
hmm
Yeah, well,
But
yeah, so like Woodland Park right, is right next to Patterson, right? And that actually it used to be part of Patterson and it was West
West
Patterson,
Patterson,
and that's
yeah.
why it's Woodland Park and it keeps the WP
There's a great
because
wing
it was
spot.
killing the
Can we
price of
please
house.
fucking talk about
and now
Dynamite?
since we're talking about Newark, we're gonna talk about the road to Newark full gear
Yes, that's gonna
Fright
be
Brick
Night
City,
exciting.
Dynamite.
That's gonna be
baby. Brick
exciting.
City,
Go ahead,
you
Jason. What
know?
happened? Uh,
Okay, so Fright Night Dynamite started out. We hear from Orange Cassidy, gave an amazing promo. You know what I mean?
I do.
He's
It was
pissed.
okay.
He's pissed that fuck you, dude.
I
Fuck
mean,
you,
it
dude.
was okay. It wasn't like anything like, you know, it's just like
I liked it.
Wheeler. No, I
I
liked
thought it
it. It
was
didn't,
very good. And what he
yeah.
said, he was talking about how John Moxley doesn't need AEW. He says that he does, and then basically said he's going to take the
AEW
AEW
title.
World Championship and put it in his backpack. And
Yep.
That's a
yeah,
cool match, and that's the main event for Full Gear.
and he ended it with the amazing fucking. I'm freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, and I'm the next AEW World Champion, and I still don't need a catchphrase.
Yeah. I like that part.
Yeah,
But
and then that story continued on Collision.
Like it continued that night too.
Oh, it did.
yeah.
Remember, we're like they're trying to like turn on Wheeler, like the Death Riders,
That's
whatever the fuck their
right.
name is,
They
and then
put him inside the
it
chair.
was all a ruse.
Yeah.
Yep. Because Wheeler, he loves Moxley, dude. So that's
He
why
loves
he beat the
Claudio.
yeah, that's why he beat the living fuck out of his mentor, Chuck Taylor,
Hmm.
which Orange also brought up. And honestly, it was long overdue. And Wheeler, I commend him for that.
Hey man, where's Trent? I think he's injured right now, but
Yeah. And guys, why haven't we all worn three tight white t-shirts yet for a pod?
that's true.
And some fucking. I
Why
have
haven't we
some Peter Griffin
radicalized yet,
pants.
dude? Yeah, why haven't we radicalized yet? We're taking over the wrestling pod
We're
universe,
Death
so
Riders.
that's the problem. We haven't taken over completely yet because we don't have the white tees on.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be one size too small too.
Oh, Jason does. Wow. Oh wait, yeah.
Oh no.
Alexander Hamilton.
It
We
was a
all
ruse the
have the
whole
white
time, dude.
tees.
It was a ruse the
We've
whole
been Death
time.
We're
Riders from the
actually all wearing
beginning.
white tees right now.
That's funny. Anyway, let's get into what else happened on Dynamite. We have Adam Cole and House of Black have been feuding. He beat Buddy Matthews, and
It'll
didn't
probably
someone
be
come out?
Brody.
Didn't
Well,
someone come
he'll
out?
No, he's fighting Malachi.
at Full Gear, but he'll probably be Brody
No,
on the
no, no.
way or
He's
no?
fighting Malachi next week in New Hampshire.
Wait, so I thought he's fighting Malachi at Full Gear though.
No,
That match.
no.
I, s- I saw. I thought I saw a. I guess that was just for a Dynamite then.
I can confirm it in a second, but
No, yeah, that makes sense. I
almost
think it was because
positive.
I was seeing so many like because AEW is putting a lot of Full Gear kind of like match
Yeah.
edits out and stuff like that. And yeah, I think it was probably just a
Yeah, right
Dynamite
here.
then. It was mixed
It's
in.
this next week, Dynamite.
Okay.
Yeah, because after that match, Malachi came out in a suit, which was really trippy to see him in a suit. But he also had the face paint. And yeah, so it's going to be his next trial because Cole and is it him and Roderick Strong? Or is
Yeah,
it
it's they have to. The thing is for Full Gear
whoever gets
is
the most
they're
wins?
whoever gets the who no no whoever gets to the 3 wins first. I guess I think the thing
Yeah.
is, which I assume it's going to go like 2-2, and then maybe they fight each other and be like, oh my god, the surprise opponent is each other,
Yeah,
and
that'll be
then it
good.
ends. It ends. I don't know how it ends.
Yeah. Well,
Cole
Adam Cole
wins,
needs
obviously.
he
I
needs to
don't
start
know.
listening to Cody
I would
though.
rather see the Roderick Strong versus MJF
No,
match.
I'm saying like what? How are they gonna? What if they somehow play it to where it's a 3-way
It's like
match
a
at
tie.
Full Gear?
I think
That'd be
that'd be the
cool.
most beneficial, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Imagine if that happens and like Roddy aligns with MJF and like MJF's now the leader of the Undisputed
yeah.
Kingdom. Because I could see that
That'd
going
be cool
that
because they're
way.
Mhm.
making it seem like he's cool with them now, pretty
And I
much.
don't know if you
They
noticed
all
Yeah,
on
hugged
Dynamite,
and
this was the first time they mentioned Wardlow in a very long time.
yeah, the War
it's
Dog,
time.
and so and I could see the War Dog aligning with Adam Cole against the Undisputed Kingdom that he was formerly a part of too.
Maybe
Because,
he
but
hates
Adam Cole
MJF.
was an asshole to War Dog when he was
He
in the
was.
group.
And then
Like I
also,
don't forget his sins, dude. Everyone's starting to forget Adam Cole's sins, but I haven't forgotten
yeah,
him.
he's not a nice guy, dude.
He's a
But
piece of
yeah,
shit, and
He broke Britt Baker's heart.
Brian Cage and
number
Lance
one sin.
Archer, I think, are trying to be gunning for the titles that Undisputed Kingdom have.
The ROH.
Yeah, yeah, tag
Oh,
titles.
this is something that I saw that
They did a like run in on them or some
I'm
shit.
pretty sure I saw this, and it was a real article that Dustin Rhodes is technically a free agent now,
Yeah.
but he still holds 2 belts in Ring of Honor.
Hey, I mean,
So
Ring
What's
of
the other
Honor.
belt?
he holds the trios and the tag, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got the trios
Ah,
and the tag
Or
titles.
did he
Yep.
lose the tag titles to Matt Taven?
I don't think did him and Sammy
probably
lose
so.
them. I
I'm
don't
looking
think
it up.
so. I know they still have the trios titles with the Von Erichs. He does. I think Sammy still has his ROH title because he wasn't
I
he wearing it
Ooh.
when he came out to get spanked by Shelton.
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Shelton had to put him over his lap and give him a spanky live on
My name is
Dynamite.
Shelton
Because I
fucking
know I'm pretty
Benjamin.
sure Dustin Rhodes is feuding with the Righteous.
The Righteous
Yeah,
Gemstones,
yeah,
dude.
they're still the champs, Sammy and Dustin.
Yeah,
And
they
the
just
Von
need to call
Erichs and
themselves the
Dustin.
Righteous Gemstones already.
I love the Righteous. I wish they were on TV more.
Yeah, I want the Righteous versus the Righteous Gemstones in a tag match.
It'd be sick. It'd be sick. I don't
It'd
know if
be
Adam can move, but
I don't know. Adam's got some. He'd be like their manager,
yeah,
Calvin.
his body would explode.
Dude, I mean, John Goodman's character is a previous wrestler, so
They not to go off Dynamite again, but they did something cool on ROH where the infantry turned heel and joined Taylor Promotions. Pretty fucking cool.
Wait,
I
what?
like that.
they joined Shane Taylor
The
Promotions. You
infantry
said,
turned heel and joined Shane Taylor Promotions.
Ah.
I liked infantry
yeah,
a lot too.
ROH.
So
I mean, they're putting this is like I think this has been like a very concerted effort, and also like
that's the
they're
thing with
like Tony
Jericho.
as they're going to HBO, like going to Max. Yep, bringing Jericho in, having Dustin Rhodes and all these people kind of building up the ROH roster and getting more eyes on it. It's easier to sell to like Max and other, to have them stream that
Mhm.
too, or continue the future of what they want to do with Ring of Honor. As far as if it is streaming or TV or whatever, because dude, the fucking Ring of Honor bullshit website stuff is fucking
Honor
it's
Club.
dumb. It's been dumb since the fucking Honor Club has been dumb from the beginning, and it'll just always be dumb. It's either have them replace Rampage or you fucking put them on Max streaming.
Yeah, yeah. With the rumor is
It's
that
either or.
the rumor is that they're looking for a TV deal, and the other rumor is that Rampage is ending at the end of the year, and they're trying to get like an AEW Shockwave. It's supposed to be like the Fox show, but I don't know how true that is.
But yeah, that's like the running name. I mean, it seems like AW is gonna, Fox does want to continue having a wrestling show. I don't
Mhm.
know if it'll be a 4-year contract they gave WWE. It might be
Who
like a
knows how
wait and
long the
see.
show will be either? Like what the runtime is. Like
I
an
would
hour
think
or
2.
2 hours.
I would think 2 hours
Yeah, then
probably.
you up your TV to 6 hours though, which they could
Yeah.
definitely fill, but
Well, I mean,
yeah.
if they have Rampage still, I mean, if they get rid of
No.
Rampage,
Yeah, I'm saying Rampage
oh,
right now.
Rampage gone, yeah, them
Mhm.
Collision, and that would be 6, yeah.
Mhm.
And then I always thought ROH was perfect to stream on Max, and like that
Yeah.
to be like the kind of the opening thing where you kind of do your trial run with like working with Max, and you have like
Mhm.
ROH, and then you start bringing in pay-per-views on it as far as like the main show. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I hope that Jericho this time actually shows up on ROH more than just fucking backstage
Yeah.
interviews he did
Well, he was on
fucking.
Dynamite.
Again, yeah. What was he doing on Dynamite? I forget.
He was talking
Yeah, but what was he
with
talking about?
uh he said, I think big picture, I'm going to take ROH to the biggest stage and the biggest success it's ever seen. How? Because I'm Chris Jericho and I can. So what I'm going to do is let everybody reach down between their legs, ease the seat back, and enjoy the ride. Wait, what? Because I'm going to take Ring of Honor to places you've never seen before. Thanks, guys.
Yay!
But also, guys, I need to move on because Private Party won the fucking title belt, and you guys were a little unsure. And I said, "Come on, it's gonna happen. It's gotta
I was
happen.
happy it happened.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
well, I mean,
happen."
It was a
it
good match.
happened.
It was
Yeah, it happened
amazing.
on.
Fright Night
I mean, it
Dynamite.
wasn't too extremely surprising because they did like a second match with Young Bucks after losing at a pay-per-view. And
With
I think like the
the
real move,
stip.
yeah, I thought in the stipulation too, and I thought like, the real move, if you really want to put them over, it would just been a one and done on the pay-per-view where they win
Yeah.
the titles with more eyes on them when it happened and in a bigger event. But the Young Bucks, they kind of booked themselves like Hulk Hogan, where it's
Well,
like
but it was
fucking
fun because they had like more of story segments that they could like inject into it on the Dynamite because it was like there was the part where Garcia's like choking out Jack Perry and he's like
They
da da da
dance for me
whatever.
too.
And he's like, they used to dance for me too. And then Jack Perry goes into where the Young Bucks and Cutler are, and they're all like shredding documents and like hiding shit. And then like it
Dude,
ended the
someone made a
night, they're
real
like
funny
running away.
joke. Someone
What
made a real
was it?
funny joke on commentary. I forget what he said. I think he said something like Bernie Madoff or some shit when they were
Yeah,
shredding
yeah. He's
documents.
like kind of a Bernie Madoff situation.
Uh,
I think it was Tony Schiavone.
I was like, good joke.
yeah, the Young Bucks are
Yeah,
definitely cooking the books for
apparently
sure.
they're off TV now for a little bit, the Bucks.
Dude, this has been like
Because
them in
they're,
AEW forever. It's like
yeah.
they'll lose titles and then they'll just like fade away for a few
Apparently Nick
months.
Jackson's been like fighting a shoulder injury or some shit, so he probably wants some rest.
And
Yeah.
then
But
we had Swerve versus Shelton
you forgot.
Benjamin.
Well, that was the main event. There had to be more stuff before that. What was the women's
There
match? Camille
was,
and
dude.
Statlander.
Yeah,
Camille and
that's
Stat,
right.
which was an odd match. Like
Yeah.
not the match itself, just like why it happened. Because like on paper, Camille's like the worst heater of all fucking time. She's had like one match and then she versus Statlander immediately gets beat and then sent to the back.
Yeah, it was odd how they did that and like is Statlander like she's still a heel, right? But
No,
she's
she's
going
a
against
face. She's a face
but
now,
now she's like a
apparently.
face now, but she never really made like a
No,
state.
it was random. It was just like she fired
Yeah.
Stokely and now she's a face.
Yeah. And that's
Which
why I
is
didn't really
fine. I love
like that.
Statlander. It's just like
I do
odd.
too, but it's just like why do you like give
Yeah.
her some more storyline of why she turns, you know what I mean?
It was
Or
odd, yeah.
use this storyline going against someone evil like Mercedes to like turn her from being like a heel to a face and like
hmm
having to get help from Willow, which I could see at some point.
Well, we'll
You know what
Yeah.
I
see because
mean?
Apparently
she's
Willow's
gonna be
down.
feuding with Mercedes.
Apparently Willow's down with a concussion. Well, yeah, obviously the match for full gear is Mercedes
Yeah,
Statlander. I mean, they made that clear.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And
I just don't get what's the point of Camille right now.
yeah, why bury her like that? Yeah,
hmm
it's they should have gave her like enforcement treatment where it's
hmm
like hard as fuck and it took like everything out of stat to like take her out and a bunch of
Yeah, it just seemed like Stat kind of defeated her with ease.
yeah, no, it should have been it should have been a lot harder, and like
hmm
because why, yeah, it's just like why bury someone that's like newer talent to your women's division Like
Mhm.
it's the same thing like WWE was doing with like Solo Sikoa. Like they made him like this, crazy enforcer for the bloodline. They have him beat John Cena, and then for 6 months he just gets his ass
He was like
beat
0 and
and fucking
45.
yeah. And it's just like and like
And then
I don't know.
he
It's
pinned
just
Roman, didn't he?
yeah, and like don't treat fans like we're fucking idiots and we like forget about like fucking a couple months ago when they're getting their shit fucking pushed in, and then like now it's like come on. It's like come on, dude. Like you're getting it's just like that stuff is stupid. Like
Mhm.
I need some form of continuity in my pro wrestling. I know it's a lot to ask, but
Speaking of
it's when it's
continuity,
at its best.
that's why I'm glad the conglomeration called out the learning tree, and they're gonna do a fight without honor next week.
Oh, I
So
did
it'll
see
probably
that.
be like
You're
a
right.
hardcore type deal going on.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Maybe it's like
fun.
a tornado tag or some shit.
Yeah, I think it's just buying
Uh,
time to free up some fucking people once they're done with programs, so then they can mix Jericho and the guys of the conglomeration
Yes.
wherever. But
Okay, but back to Swerve.
Swerve versus Shelton Benjamin. What did you guys think?
thought it was awesome.
All of
I
Yeah,
Shelton's matches have been really amazing
they've been
since he's been
showcasing
back.
him well.
Yeah, and like you know, WWE, like he always looked great in the company. He just obviously wasn't given giant
He
pushes
wasn't a
towards the
main
end of his
player, yeah.
career. Yeah, he was, a part of, Lashley was a main player and he was, like a henchman that would do the JOBs in the
Hey
storylines.
man, I loved him when he was the gold standard. He had the Cisco hair.
I did too. The
I thought
Golds
he was
will
great.
never forget the gold standard, and I'll never forgive them
Ain't no
for
stopping me
getting rid of it.
now.
No. Yeah, Shelton was so much cooler in WWE than MVP ever was.
Well, so apparently MVP wore that dorky ass bodysuit because he has a lot of like prison gang tats and stuff all over his body. That's just what I've
Yeah,
read. But anyway, speaking of MVP, after the
yeah.
match, Swerve
He
won.
he hurt Prince Nana, dude, and that was not nice.
Yeah, but after the
He
match,
was choking him
he
out
got
with
a
his
phone
cane.
call. Who could it have been? It was Booby Lashley.
Yeah, it was Booby.
Amazing. It was Booby Lashley, and he made his first appearance. Where do you guys
Was it?
think he
Yeah,
fits in?
I think he like we've been talking about this for weeks. Like he's gonna beat Swerve. Like I it's gonna be Bobby versus Swerve at Full Gear, right? Like I don't see how it isn't,
yeah. It
right?
has to be, yeah.
Yeah, and like Bobby, I think they'll have a great match, and like yeah, I think also he'll have some help too. So like Swerve's kayfabe power isn't completely destroyed because it's like oh man, he almost beat Bobby Lashley, which would be insane. But on top of it, like he couldn't just because Shelton
Now,
and MVP were getting involved.
who do you think's gonna join that Hurt Syndicate? Because they keep teasing people.
It should be the acclaimed, and
Well,
we've
the
talked about
Yeah,
acclaimed
this.
yeah. I was just gonna
spoke
say.
in the beginning of Collision. The acclaimed was speaking with MVP, and I think Shelton was there too.
It seemed like
And
Bowen, like they're gonna like Caster's gonna join and Bowen's just gonna stay face.
that's what it seems like, but I think they both could go.
Mm.
Yeah, that could be. I kind of like that swerve when you're like turning a tag team heel or face or switching it, and like one seems kind of not into it, and then so then you're like, I don't know, is it gonna be one of them, or like if one of them isn't into it, it won't be both. Like,
I
but
think
I
that
think
both of them will go.
yeah, because I think that like it's great for a stable to have a tag team a part of it.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
Shelton's kind of like because we talk about WWE guys when they go to AEW, they look giant. Like he's basically in an enforcer role,
hmm
which is wild to say for Bobby Lashley's stable, but like
I can
that's
see
kind of
Shelton
that's kind of where he's at, dude.
going for some belts. I can see him going for TNT. I can see him going for international, you know,
Yeah, will he win them? Probably not,
dude,
but
you didn't
hey,
even bring up the biggest thing that happened on
and
Dynamite.
continental. What?
Jason's favorite wrestler or John's favorite wrestler returned.
Penelope Ford?
Mark Davis.
Oh
Dude,
God,
yes.
yeah.
So I wanted to get into that.
We forgot to boom or doom things, dude.
Yeah, you guys didn't boom or doom shit that I've been putting out.
It's all been boomed
Whatever.
so
I've been
far.
It's all
It's
been
booming.
all
boomed.
been
So
boom.
this is hard though because it's a Kyle Fletcher segment, John. So anyway,
Yeah,
Kyle
Kyle
Fletcher's out
Fletcher's
there with
part
Don
was
Callis.
boom.
Mark Davis comes out and he's like, "We used to be an empire," and then he
That's
like
pretty
walks
good.
away all upset. And then he came back and tried to help Commander because
On Collision.
yeah, on Collision because Kyle Fletcher's beating him down after the match,
That's
and
fucked up.
he's
And
like,
Kyle
"Come on,
Fletcher's hurt.
man,
He
why you
works
doing
Yeah.
nights
that?"
now.
I don't
Something
think
wrong.
you're correctly you're giving Mark Davis too much credit here. Mark
I
Davis
do
came
miss that
out
his mullet.
looking Mark Davis came out looking out of shape with a fucking stained, wrinkled t-shirt on
Dude,
But I
onto
feel like
fucking
John.
that.
live
But
TV.
I feel like that might be the gimmick where he's like, "You forgot about me, and I'm left in like
Yeah,
What
the
he's
weeds."
he's been a slob. He's just
he's
been
sad
in.
Corbin now.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
He's been
Yeah, he's
left
just
in the
fucking sad.
dust.
Yeah, he's
Leave him
fucking sad
alone.
Corbin
He's another
now.
guy who's just like riddled by injuries.
Yeah,
Mark Davis.
yeah.
Where
Get
does he
Matt
fit into
riddled.
all of this?
It's
He fit.
it's an easy fit. What are you talking about?
It's just he's
It,
just gonna feud with Kyle Fletcher.
He's gonna feud, and it's just like to push the story along.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I
I
don't know how
mean,
long that Mark Davis
yeah.
is really gonna be involved, but
I think what will happen is like Kyle Fletcher will face Mark Davis and he'll fucking annihilate him, and then after the bell, he'll probably screwdriver him and draw some color from him, and Osprey isn't going to be there to save him for whatever reason, and
there
it's
is
going
a
to add to
match.
like their,
Yeah,
you
so
know,
the net match for next week is I think it's Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher versus Ricochet and a mystery opponent. So I assume the mystery opponent is either Osprey or Mark Davis,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It could be Mark Davis, and then
and Osprey
you
comes out for a
know,
save afterwards.
yeah, or he's not there and he has to watch Mark Davis get mutilated on TV, and he's not able to help, and that'll lead to Osprey versus Fletcher at Full Gear,
And then
What
which
does Ricochet
I
do?
guess Ricochet versus Takeshita for the belt, the All Atlantic,
Ooh,
maybe. I don't know.
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because they've been even been fighting in
What did you just call
other
it, dude?
companies.
Sorry, the international, not the All Atlantic.
You sick fuck.
Bro, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I still believe in the All Atlantic belt too, dude.
Also, FTR and Private Party will probably be at Full Gear is what I'm thinking
It
because
could
Well,
be more
no, no,
than
no,
one
no, no,
tag
no.
team though. It could be
Okay. I'm
Outrunners
sorry.
involved too,
They
and
announced that already. It is a four-way match, and there's three qualifiers. It's FTR
yeah,
versus House of Black, the Outrunners versus someone. I gotta look it up. Give me a second.
yeah, no, yeah, yeah. So in
figure it out.
yeah, and the Dynamite's leading to Full Gear. All three of those teams have to win, and it's going to be a fatal four way because they said because Tony Khan's like, hey, dude, fucking I watched the last WWE pay per view in Saudi Arabia, and I really
Mhm.
liked the women's fatal four way tag team match.
Yeah,
So
that's what it
guys, can we
was.
try that here?
I have it
Can we
up.
try
All
that
right.
here?
All right. So on
La
a collision,
Faction and
uh,
Gobernale.
hey, shut up. On a collision on November 9th, it's the Outrunners versus Top Flight. On Dynamite November 13th, it's FDR versus House of Black. And on Collision November 16th, it's La Faction Ingobernable versus the Acclaimed.
Yeah.
And then
And
whoever
the
wins those matches enter the four-way versus Private Party at Full Gear.
yeah, and the only one that I'm not sure about is the Acclaim versus
No, I think it's going to be
the collaboration, but
I think it's going to be Roosh.
yeah, I think Roosh wins because I think the Acclaimed are more focused on like their turn storyline, and that might be the thing that puts them over. Like the
Mm-hmm.
Edge, when they lose that match, they'll be pissed and they'll be like,
True.
"Yeah, we really do need to join
Mhm.
the Hurt Syndicate. This is the last straw. We need
What are they
to get
calling it
that
again?
edge."
Is that what they're
The Hurt
calling it?
The Hurt
Syndicate.
Oh,
Syndicate,
that's the new
yeah,
one. The
yeah,
old one was Hurt Business. That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
Business is booming. So
yeah.
Anyway,
We
well,
bring the goo.
we have a
that match has been
two
having some build up too,
we have
but on the indies.
a 2 minute warning.
Okay, let's
2 minute
go.
warning.
Jay White versus Hangman Page is another match that's gonna happen.
You're right.
What
And that's gonna be
else?
fire.
Moxley versus Cassidy. We already talked about that a
Here's one
bit. That's
thing.
gonna be
A
exciting.
little last 2 minute thing. Just let's do a little prediction. because I have no idea who it's going to be. Who is Mariah May versing at Full Gear? Because they just did a fucking title match on Collision, Anna Jay versus Mariah May. I'm pretty sure Mariah May won. So who's next in line? I saw a promo where Mina Shirakawa's coming back, so maybe it's her. She's like, I was friends with Tony and you.
Yeah,
What's
I mean,
happening?
that
What's
makes
happening?
sense.
I
We should
wouldn't mind
fight.
Thunder getting it.
That'd be
Thunder
cool
Rosa
too, but
getting a
yeah,
title
they don't.
shot.
There's enough time. There's still 3 weeks where they could, pick
Yeah,
something up.
I
But it
don't even
might
think
be,
Tony really knows right now.
yeah. So I'm cool with whatever. I like all their matches. So
Yeah, it's not going to be someone that beats her yet, so it's kind of like
yeah,
I'm. You need.
Yeah, well,
I
she
feel like
just beat
Thunder
I feel
would
like
be
Anna
a good
it's. I
Jay.
feel like
choice.
it's gonna be Mina. She just beat
Yeah,
Anna Jay. Yeah.
yeah, it could be Mina or it could be Thunder. Just anyone that's gonna like going into it knowing that Mariah May is still gonna retain. Like the goal needs to be just like a really good match, you
Yeah,
know.
of
So
course.
whoever they need to bring someone in that match someone up that's gonna bring some fire. But that being said, the highest rated and the best match of Full Gear, without a doubt, will be Fletcher versus Ospreay.
Yep. I think you meant to say Big Boom AJ versus QT Marshall, but
Well, that's on 0 Hour.
Yeah, so
right,
that's
right.
its own thing.
Bring the
But
boom.
I'm gonna pee my pants. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, it's been another episode. It's
A lot of
episode 40
predictions.
something. It's like episode
I want to
40
say it's
something.
44,
44 is what I'm thinking too.
maybe.
You guys are so silly, aren't you?
Is it 44?
It's
It could be.
44. Yeah, it's
You don't even
44.
fucking know, Jason. Fuck you.
It
Yeah.
could be. Let me look.
You get the
Fucking
doom.
Yeah, you're
files.
gonna big doom. You probably wanted to
Yeah.
be president. You wanted to be number 45. You sick fuck. Your favorite president.
Hey, dude, I voted, and it wasn't for him.
It was for Zins. All right.
I voted for Zins.
Bring the boom.
Invasion angle.
Invasion?
Invasion angle. We bring the boom. No, we bring the goo and the poo.
Invasion angle.
Bet you love that sweet ass podcast. I am John Cena and I approve this message. Boobies.